Welcome back to the Austin Physio YouTube channel. Today, as requested by you guys, we're going to be doing a full warm-up and mobility video for golfers. So the key areas that we want to target with this mobility routine is, of course, all the way up through the spine into the upper body, but also into the lower body, because as we're going through into the swing, you're rotating through the pelvis, you're twisting through the hips, you're moving the body, and so we can get you moving both directions. Not only does it reduce the likelihood of injury later because you're balancing through the body, but you're warming up all key joints, all key muscles, so that you can perform better when playing. Welcome back to our full body mobility video for golfers, and so we're going to start off with really gentle neck rotation. So there's lots of areas that we typically don't move before we play golf, which are absolutely vital. We see a lot of people with common injuries. So one of the first things, obviously, you're turning your neck as you're swinging through and as you're playing. So we want to do side to side rotations for 15 seconds, and then we're going to drop the neck down and rotate side to side. Next, we want to look at shoulder rolls. So once you've moved the neck, again, nice quick movement through there. You want to go into shoulder rolls, where we're going to do 30 seconds back one way, 30 seconds the other way, and again, you need that full mobility through the shoulder to help when you're playing. So when we stretch back, we're stretching through the pecs, and when we move forward, we're warming up all aspects of the shoulder. Next, which is probably one of the most important areas of movement, is adding in that spinal rotation. So what you'll feel here is you might feel certain directions are a little bit stiffer. You want to aim to rotate through the spine and the ribs in that side to side movement, and then going into that side bend position. So once you've done the rotation, you've opened up through the ribs and the spine, you want to do a quick movement side to side. So obviously I'm doing this kneeling so you guys can see what I'm doing, but of course you can do this standing, where you'll be able to get a little bit more of a side bending stretch. Once you've done rotation, you've done side bending, of course, most importantly, we need to look up into the elbows where you're gripping as you're playing. So really important, because it's a hinge joint, to add in that flexion and extension movement. So we're opening up through the elbows and then down into the wrists. So we're going to do circumduction movement, so circles one way and then circles back the other way. This routine is designed to be quick and simple and using everything, because before you play, it's actually quite hard to fit in a mobility routine. So I wanted it that you're more likely to do it if it's quick, but also targeting key areas. I also do a lot of traction down into the fingers, and the reason why is people have injuries into their elbow. The tendons typically blend down into the fingers. So we need to move shoulders, elbows, wrists and fingers. And what I'm doing is I'm gently pulling each finger away, holding for a second, and then moving on to the next one. So just giving it a lovely stretch. Next, we want to do a combined movement here. So this is one of my favorites. So you're popping something underneath the knee at the back, so it's nice and comfy. So you'll probably be doing this on carpet or grass, and you're going to lean the body forward as if you're going into a lunge, and then you're stretching back into that hamstring. So you're leaning forward, turning the body to turn through the spine, and then back into that hamstring position. You want to do about 5 to 6 on one side, opening up through, feeling that lovely stretch, warming everything up, and then swapping over. So you see pillow underneath the knee, or if you've got lovely kind of grass or carpet, be fine. So again, you can see better on this side, you're tipping back into a straight leg to stretch through the spine and the hamstring, and then lunging forward and rotating at the same time. When starting out, you don't have to go as far with this stretch, so you could do it where you maybe break it down into segments. So you just do a hamstring stretch, or you just go into a lunge, but the idea is it's getting you to move all parts of the pelvis and the spine in that lovely flow movement. Next, this is enhancing that balance of rotation both sides, because typically one way we swing is the way that we're actually more mobile sometimes. So we actually want to improve spinal mobility through the thoracic spine, so the upper back and the ribs, particularly before you play, because you'll feel like you're a lot more flexible and less likely to cause injury. So you're threading the needle through, so you're bringing the hand through and then stretching back. And once you've done 5 on one side, same the other side. We're stretching through and then lifting up into the arms. So we'll feel this stretch through the pectorals, open up into the spine, into the ribs, rotating through the whole body. It'll feel really comfortable as you're doing it, stretching round. And again, this is something that you want to build up over time, so you don't want to force it. You want to build this up over time, so improve that range over time. You know, we're looking for quality, not quantity initially. It's just getting you to add in more flexibility into your golfing routine. And then I always just end in a little child's pose just to stretch out that lower back so that you are ready to play.